Hey everyone, my name is Shikari Dill, and I'm going to be doing a first impressions video on this game called Fractured Online. This is an MMORPG that I've never heard of, and actually just heard of it yesterday. It's currently in beta, and strangely enough, there's absolutely no music in the main screen right now. But anyway, if you like this video, then I'd appreciate it if you hit that like and sub button, and let's just jump right into the first impressions. So I'm going to go over what the character creation is like, and just see what the general features of this game are. I'm curious to see what this game is like because I've never heard of this game. So it seems the character creator is okay, nothing special. I think I'll just go ahead and skip through and make a pretty generic looking dude. I get to choose my underwear color. Sick. I'm gonna go with the blue. I can either go with the tidy whities or I could just go with blue. I think I'm gonna go with blue. So let's do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and make my character. So there's a background selection. The choice of the background gives you a starting point for your adventures, but doesn't influence the future development of your character. And so it looks like that your background will determine your starting abilities. So if you go gladiator, you'll have lunge, swipe, execute, and resolve. A bowman gets volley, power shot, net trap, strike, wounds. Arcanist is the mage archetype, so fan of flames, relocate, minor healing, mage armor, and street rat is rend armor, lunge, strike wounds, and assassinate. Definitely the rogue class. One of my favorite archetypes to go is the rogue class. It does say that it is difficulty hard, but we are an experienced MMO player here, and let's go. Attribute selection. Attributes have been assigned according to your background. You can change them as you like, but think wisely since your choice is permanent. So I guess you start by picking some points here. It seemed to have already filled out a bunch of points for me. So I guess I don't really have to do anything here. I'm just going to leave it as is. I'm going to name my character. There we go. So one thing to note is there's been absolutely no music so far. Oh, there it is. Okay, so we're in game. So as you can tell, it's a top-down MMO. We're just gonna go ahead and run around. So I'm already picking up that it's got some like survival crafting elements into the game because I'm gathering like resources, rest at a bonfire. So we're gonna go ahead and rest, get the tutorial thing complete. Great. So here seems to be all the skill trees, I guess, all the ability trees. You have warfare, hunting, assassination, enchanting, invocation, conjuration, abjuration, necromancy, alteration, restoration, leadership, and illusionism. So there seems to be quite a few different class trees you can go down, which is really interesting. I started with the street rat, so I'm going to go find. There we go. Save preset. The UI leaves a lot to be desired. I'll say that much. Craft plant fibers from the flax plants. The graphics aren't anything special. I mean, we've certainly seen much better graphics from top-down games. I mean, I'm coming from Lost Ark. Lost Ark is a beautiful game, so I wouldn't even compare this on the same level. This is kind of okay graphics. It's not that great, to be honest, but not always about the graphics. They have a talent system that looks like a very, very watered down version of Path of Exile, and I mean very watered down. It's only one big circle, and I wouldn't even call it that big. Path of Exiles is probably like 10 times bigger than this. But we have all these different trees here, so that's interesting. Alright, crafting. So we're going to go ahead and make some linen weave. It says to make 6, so let's go ahead and make 6. So in the crafting menu, it seems you craft like hide armor, hide boots, so it really is a survival crafting MMO, which is interesting. Alright, I've crafted 40 bandages. Should probably put that on my bar so I can heal. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get some small stones. So it looks like you can equip multiple weapons here, and you tab to cycle through them. Though I wish I could have 2 daggers, one in my main hand, one in my offhand. But I'll assume that's something you can get later on. But for right now, I guess we'll just have to run around with our little rock dagger for now. Hunt wolves in the forest. We need to kill 10. Craft a wolf teeth necklace in your inventory. So let's do that. And so this is the map that I have so far. So I'm assuming down by this green dot is where we're going to want to go to get some wolves. Here's a wolf. Well, this combat is... it's something. It's certainly combat. I'll say that much. I won't lie, the combat feels like something you'd find on a mobile game, and even then I've seen mobile games with more fluid combat. It's very floaty, it's just kind of janky. There's no weight to anything, right? The combat feels like there's absolutely no weight to your abilities. It's just like really floaty, there's no impact. There's nothing that kind of makes it exciting. It's just kind of there, you know? Like, all these abilities I'm doing might as well be the same because I can't tell. And I have to do this 6 more times. Ugh. Is this the worst MMO I've played so far? I don't know, but the combat certainly leaves a lot to be desired, that's for sure. This almost feels like a high school or like a community college type project, right? Where a bunch of friends get together and they're like, hey, you know it'd be cool if we made an MMO? That's kind of what this game feels like right now. Which would be, you know, which would be totally fine if it was that. But I don't think that is the case here. I think this is a fully fledged game made by a studio. So we're gonna go ahead and use a bandage here. Oh, it just instant heals. Okay. So it's more like a health potion. So you go ahead and you hit the bandage and you just get health back. I was expecting some sort of channel or something, but nope. It's just like chugging a potion, I guess. Alright, so we've made a wolf teeth necklace, and that's it. It's barbecue time. It's Morbin time. Alright, we've made it to the tavern, so let's see. There seems to be another person in here. Can we chat with them? Hey there. And no chat bubble appears when you type. That really bugs me for some reason. But that's alright. Alright, so we're crafting a bunch of roasted wolf meat. We only need to craft 5, but I'm going to craft all of it, because why not? Alright, so craft common clothes. So we're going to go ahead and craft the commoner clothes main piece. I'm assuming this is what it is. Alright, and we got it. I should don't really need it, so I'll go ahead and put in the communal chest that it would appear everyone is putting their stuff in. To the mountains. Reach the bandits' camp in the mountains. Alright, so let's do that. Can I go in these buildings? Is there anything in here? Oh, look at that. Someone left a bow in here. I'm gonna take that. Why not? Wow, this is quite a lonely, abandoned village with no one in it. Alright. We're bounty hunting, defeat 5 bandit brawlers. Ow. I wish these mobs had names above them so I could tell which ones are brawlers, because right now I'm just killing everything. So that's clearly an archer. Because the tutorial quest is to kill 5 brawlers, but I'm killing a whole bunch of stuff and it's not giving me credit. So that is quite annoying. I've only got 3 out of 5 and I'm already like, do I want to keep doing this? The combat is so boring. Oh, my Q does like insane damage. Alright, we're finally done. We're done killing bandits. Honestly, that was a little bit more annoying than it had to be because there's no names for any of the mobs. You kind of just have to guess which one's a brawler. And combat's a little bit slow, so that's also just not that great, to be honest. So to save your presets, you have to be like kneeling at this fireplace or else it won't let you. You preset, memorize, boom. Okay, we're great. Use the portal in the village square to leave to Tutorial Island. That's it. We're out of here. I guess we're gonna go enter the mainland, I suppose. We're leaving the tutorial. Would you like to exit the tutorial zone and transfer to one of the main continents of Syndesia? Please note that all of your unfinished tutorial quests will be automatically completed and excess resources removed from your inventory. Leave. Okay, so it seems that we can choose where we want to go. And to be honest, I kind of like the look of Murmur. It's got like some cool mountainous region at the top. Seems to be like kind of a cool swampy area. And I think I'm gonna drop myself right here, kind of further up in the north, and let's go ahead and hit transfer. New player protection status kind of makes me think that people can gank you and take your stuff. So it seems you can choose your alignment. So good players can only fight against evil players, they never suffer karma losses, and they don't drop equipment on death. They can't summon and gain loot from legends. I'm not sure what that is. Neutrals. A neutral alignment is suggested for players who want to engage in competitive PvE and PvP. They can fight against both neutral and evil players. They never suffer karma losses, and they don't drop equipment on death. And then evil players can perform hostile actions against players of any alignment, but suffer karma losses. You drop your equipment when you're dead. You drop equipment on death based on your karma. You can be jailed if killed by a bounty hunter, and you can't summon and gain loot from legends. The neutral can summon and gain loot from legends, by the way. I'm going to go ahead and do neutral. Check out this map. So we got what seems to be little cities that are player made by... I assume these are player made cities, right? Or maybe not NPCs. So we have a stage town, stage 10. City area unclaimed, city area unclaimed. So what it looks like is these big sections of the map, you can go out with your guild and you can claim these sections for your guild or your faction. It was kind of a cool concept. In some ways it reminds me of Albion Online, a little bit, not a lot. So after a couple of hours of playing the game, I honestly wasn't really compelled to play more. I understand that MMOs usually start out slower, but if your game does not hook me right out the gate, then I'm just simply not going to invest my time into it. The combat was so boring that I actively looked for ways to avoid doing it and just gathered and crafted stuff instead. Which, to the game's credit, I'm sure is a valid way you could probably play this game when you team up with other people. The game has potential to be pretty cool, as it is a very niche type of MMO. This game focuses very clearly on creating communities and factions, with the system being able to claim land, build up your own village or castle from the ground up. I really think this is a great idea, and definitely the game's biggest strength, but it's clear that the game is far from finished and needs a ton more polish. And also, the game really only had one song that was looping over and over again, and that kind of just drove me crazy after a while. Since this game is in beta, I believe the only way to access it is if you buy one of the available Founders Packs. But honestly, unless you're super into all things MMO survival, I would just save your money and look this game up in a year or two when it's hopefully in a better state or just even around at all. Is this truly one of the worst MMOs I've ever played? Definitely not. I've played some really bad ones, but this game right now is not good, and I would say that this game does have the worst combat in any MMO I've had to play so far. But again, with all that being said, this game's biggest potential is the ability to build up an entire city with your guildies or friends from the ground up, and I think that's really cool. So that's it for me. Those are my final thoughts on the game. Let me know what you think. If you've played the game or you're further along and you have different experiences, let me know down in the comment section below. And I thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you all in the next video.